Huh. Hello, hello. This is the first time that I've ever lived on TikTok, I believe. I don't know if my microphone is working. Micro, bạn có nghe thấy tôi không? So what I want to do today is just go over some basic sentences in English, and I'll try to speak slowly. Sometimes I start speaking too quickly, so feel free to say so if I speak too quickly. For now, I'm not really sure if you can hear me. I hope so. Anyway, first sentence, greetings and introductions. Hi, my name is Sam. Nice to meet you. You guys, this is such a basic sentence that I'm sure everybody understands already. If you can't hear me, please tell me. I assume you can hear me. Anyway, the first sentence, of course, when you meet someone for the first time, you would say, hi, my name is whatever. Nice to meet you, you know. Xin chào, tôi tên là Sam. Rất vui được làm quen với bạn. Simple. All right, so let's see. Number 2. Again, very simple. How are you? How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you. Of course, how are you? Bạn khỏe không? Bạn ổn chứ? You know, I'm doing well. Tôi khỏe. Cảm ơn. You should say well instead of good. Like, you could say I'm doing good, and people often do say that, but it's more correct to say well. So I'm doing well. Thank you. Let's see, I've got 100 of these sentences. We'll see how many I get to today. Of course, depending on what time of day it is, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, chào buổi sáng, good afternoon. Do you say chào buổi trưa? Good evening, chào buổi tối. So simple, simple. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Right now it is 12:05, so I would say good afternoon to all of you. Hello and welcome. Let's see. Number 4. It's great to see you again. So this is somebody whom you've already met. Surely you know their name, and you're meeting them again, right? It's great to see you again. Rất vui được lại gặp bạn, right? My Vietnamese is not great, but it's great to see you again. It's great to have you all in this live stream with me. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so where are we? Number 5. Where are you from? Where are you from? Of course, you want to know where someone's from. Bạn đến từ đâu? It's a question I get asked very often here in Vietnam. Where are you from? Where are you from? Like I said, this is my first time live streaming, so I don't really know what I'm doing, kind of. I don't know how to invite people to join me in the chat. If you want to join the chat and practice your English, please say so, and I will try to figure out how to let you in. Huh. Wish I could figure that out. Anyway, moving on. Number 6, still very simple questions and sentences, still in greetings and introductions. What do you do for work? Bạn làm nghề gì? You know, công việc của bạn là gì? What do you do for work? What do you do for work? You could also say, what is your career? Or what is your job? Okay, moving on. Still in greetings and introductions. How long have you been here? How long have you been here? How long have you been here? Right? Again, this is a question I get asked very often because people want to know how long I've lived in Vietnam. So they'll say, how long have you been here? Bạn đã sống ở đây bao lâu? So, how long have you been here? When asking that question, I guess it could mean any place. It's like, how long have you been in this house? But usually, how long have you been here means like, how long have you lived in this place, in this country or this city? How long have you been here? I have been here in Vietnam for 8 years. Next up, number 8, this is my friend or colleague or manager. So-and-so. Let's say my friend's name is Chung. This is my friend Chung. This is my colleague Chung. Or this is my manager Chung. So friend is easy enough, right? Đây là bạn của tôi tên là Chung. Colleague. What is a colleague? Anybody know? I assume you guys can chat. So if you have something to say, I hope you put it in the chat. I hope you can chat with me. Gosh, I need to do some more research into this whole thing. Anyway, this is my friend. So I'm introducing somebody else, right? I've already introduced myself. I've said my name is Sam, and this, a different person, is my friend or my colleague. So a colleague is a coworker, right? Đồng nghiệp. Manager would be like quản lý, I guess. You know, like my boss. Okay, going down to number 9 in greetings and introductions. So please call me Sam. For example, my real name, my full name is Samuel. Samuel. But it's a bit long and most people call me Sam. So if I introduce myself, I say, hi, my name is Samuel. I would say, please call me Sam, right? Please call me Sam, because Sam is shorter and easier to say than Samuel. So please call me Sam. Oh yes, thank you. Tien Kim, đồng nghiệp, right? Colleague or coworker. And number 10, finally, have a great day. I hope you all have a great day today. I assume it's lunchtime. I hope you have a great lunch. Whatever you eat, I hope is delicious and healthy. So much for greetings and introductions. Oh, what did I just do? Yeah, that was 10 sentences and greetings and introductions. Let's move on to requests and offers. Boy, it's hot here. So a request is when you ask for something that you need, right? Oh, you know what? Fix that a little bit. Okay, so a request. When I request something, it means I'm asking for something. And an offer is when I have something to give to you. It could be a thing, or it could be, a favor, or whatever. So, number 11, this is a request. Could you please help me with this? Could you please help me with this? Could you please help me with this? Right? I'm doing something and it's a bit difficult, right? So I would say, hey, Jimmy, could you please help me with this? I'm trying to fix this thing, but I don't know how. Could you please help me with this? Right? Or, oh, this is so heavy. Could you please help me with this? Next up, can I ask you a question? Of course, this is a request, and it's kind of funny because this is a question, but it's just a polite way of speaking. I would say, hi, can I ask you a question? And you would say, sure. And I would say, how old are you? Or whatever. It seems a bit strange to ask permission to ask a question, but we do say this in the United States. Can I ask you a question? Which is a question. All right. Number 13. This is a very important sentence to know how to say in whatever languages you're learning, such as English, right? Would you mind repeating that? Would you mind repeating that? Right? I didn't understand or I didn't hear clearly. So I'm asking you, would you mind repeating that? So that I can understand or so that I can hear it clearly, How do you even say that in Vietnamese? La mân nói lại. Would you please, or would you mind repeating that? Again, it's a request. Please say that again. Please repeat what you said. Here's another request. I would like to order blank, please. So when you say I'd or I would, that's more polite than saying I want. If I say I want a cup of coffee, that's a little bit vô duyên. I should say I'd like to order a cup of coffee, please. I'd like to order a bowl of pho. I'd like to order a new t-shirt from Shopee, please. Okay, so let's say I'm in the cafe. I said, excuse me, I'd like to order a cup of coffee, please. She brings me the coffee. I drink the coffee. And now I need to pay for the coffee, right? So this is another request. I say, can I get the check, please? Tính tiền. Can I get the check, please? Check is like the same thing as a bill. You could say, could I get the bill, please? Same thing. Same thing. Check and bill in this case. Can I get the check, please? Can I get the bill? I need to know how much money I owe you. How much money is the coffee, right? Can I get the check, please? Can I please get the check? Can I please get the bill? All right, still in requests and offers. We haven't had an offer yet. These are all requests. Okay, number 16, may I use your phone? Right? I don't have a phone and I need a phone. May I use your phone? May I use your phone? Do you mind if I use your phone? Right? You have a phone and I need to use it. Maybe I need to call my friend. Chung. I would say, may I use your phone? May I use your phone? Excuse me. I hope this isn't lagging. I wonder if there is lag, or if you can even tell. Anyway, number 17, would you like something to drink? Are you thirsty, right? Maybe at the cafe, I sit down and somebody comes to me and they say, would you like something to drink? Would you like something to drink? Would you like something to drink? Yes, please. I would like a cup of coffee. Thank you. Would you like something to drink? Or would you like something to eat? Or would you like something to write with? Or whatever. All right. Let's see, we got what, 139 people here? Is that right? Wild. Number 18, let me know if you need anything. So I guess this counts as an offer, right? If you need something, let me know. Let me know is like, tell me. Say, hey, Sam, I need a pencil. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need anything. This is usually said before you walk away, right? At the cafe, the person brings me my cup of coffee and they say, after they put the coffee down, they might say, let me know if you need anything else, right? Let me know if you need anything else. And I would say, oh, you know what? I would also like a cup of tea. All right, here's another offer. Number 19 under requests and offers. Do you need a hand with that? Do you need a hand with that? I'm offering help here, right? Do you need help with that? Do you need a hand, right? I have two hands, and they're not doing anything right now, so I could use them to help you carry your suitcase, or to help you lift something heavy, or whatever. I would say, do you need a hand with that? Would you like some help? Can I give you a hand? It's a very polite thing to say. Do you need a hand with that? Would you like a hand with that? Oh, looks like we've got lots of people in here now. We've got somebody named Thiên Viet Ơi. Oh, they left. Well, I guess they thought I was too boring. Number 20 out of 100 important English word or sentences, I'll take care of it. That means that I will do something that needs to get done, right? If you say, hey, Sam, I need you to clean my kitchen. I'll say, okay, I'll take care of it, right? I will do it for you. I will finish it. I'll take care of it. Stella Bao Tu says, can I help you, Sam? I wonder which one you're referring to there, Stella. Is that Stella from number 19? Do you need a hand with that? Yes, exactly, Stella. You are correct. Can I help you? Do you need a hand with that? Exactly. Chinsak, is that Stella from Hey Hey English? Yeah. Old lady says, I need you to clean my room. I will take care of it. Anytime, Stella. So let's see, where are we now? Asking for clarification. So, you need clarity. Like, clarification means you can see through it. You understand it, right? If I don't understand something, I would ask for clarification. I would ask you to help me understand. So these are very important sentences to know when learning English, or any language for that matter. Number 21. Sorry, I didn't catch that. That's a good one. Could you say it again? So catch is like you throw me a ball and I catch it. Or if you say something to me, to catch it means to understand. And if I don't understand, I would say, sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch it. You know, tôi đã không bắt ý tưởng của bạn. Could you say it again? You know, whatever you said, I didn't understand it. I didn't catch it. Could you say it again? Could you please repeat that? Whew, boy, hot. Number 22. What do you mean by whatever? Right? You said something, and I heard what you said, and maybe I understood each of the words, but together I don't understand what you mean, right? I would say, what do you mean by that? If I said, it's as hot as a tin roof today, and you don't understand tin roof, like you would say, what do you mean by tin roof? And I would say, oh, well, a tin roof is a very hot thing. So when I said it's as hot as a tin roof, I meant that it's very, very hot. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by chicken with its head cut off? Whatever. You know, what is the meaning behind what you're saying? What do you mean by that, dear? Yes, it's a very old lady way to say it, but a polite way. What do you mean by that, dear? Number 23, could you speak more slowly, please? Definitely should memorize this sentence, especially if you ever talk to me, because I often begin speaking very quickly. Americans tend to speak very quickly. You know, I just start speaking too fast and you can't understand what I'm saying because I'm just like going at 100 miles an hour. You'd say, whoa, 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 Sam, could you speak more slowly, please? I didn't catch that. Could you speak more slowly? Could you say it again? Old lady says, what do you mean by that, dear? What do you mean by that, honey? Honey. Yeah, a wife will often call her husband honey, or like an older woman will often refer to younger people as honey. I'll say, hey, honey. You know, it's a nice thing to say. You know, honey is sweet, right? So you say, hey, sweetheart. Hey, honey. Can you spell that for me? Can you spell that for me? If I said, can you spell your name? I would say, my name is spelled S-A-M, right? I want to write a word down, and I need to know what the letters are. So I would say, can you spell that for me? Can you please spell that? Đánh vân, spell, right? Bạn xin đánh vân từ đây cho tôi. I don't know. I need to enroll in a Vietnamese class. Oh, old lady says, my name is Diệp. Hello, Diệp. Mơ nhỏ nhẹ says, hello, mơ nhỏ nhẹ. Đánh vân. I wonder what the zo is supposed to be. It's dang, right? Like beat, and then vân. Oh, gosh, thank you, mơ nhỏ nhẹ. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see, number 25. I'm not sure I understand. Can you explain? You said something to me that was a bit complicated, and I didn't catch it. I didn't catch your meaning. I would say, I'm not sure I understand, right? Can you explain? To explain is like say it more simply. Giải thích. Oh yeah. Làm ơn giải thích cho tôi hiểu rõ. Rõ. 26. I heard what you said, but not exactly. You know, did you say green or grease? Right? What did you say? I didn't quite hear it. Did you say 1 or 2? What did you say? Did you say A or B? Right? I heard you kinda, but I didn't hear you clearly. And I can't tell which thing you said. Did you say pear or bear? Right? Did you say cheese or freeze? What did you say? I didn't quite catch it. Did you say 1 or 2? Yeah. 27, could you write that down for me? Right? I want to see the word on paper, so maybe I'll have a pencil and paper, and I'll say, could you write that down for me? Could you write that? Could you write your name? Could you write it so I remember it? Could you please write that down for me? All right, 28. Boy, we're already 23 minutes in and I'm only on number 28. I might not get to all of these today. Anyway, still asking for clarification. What does blank mean? What does lunatic mean? What does giải pháp mean? Right? It's a word that I heard. I heard the word, but I don't know what it means. Right? If I'm walking around outside and I see a word on the building, I could say to my friend Chung and say, hey, what does phong vân mean? You know, what does this mean? What does that mean? Explain it to me. Maybe translate it. Could you, let's see, Diệp says, could you write that down your address for me? I would say, could you write down your address for me? Type that up. Could you write down your address for me? Perfect. 29. Just to confirm, you mean blah, 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 right? So I think I understand what you're saying, but I'm not 100% certain, right? I want to confirm it. Right? So just to confirm, you mean that you like coffee, right? Just to confirm, you mean that you love chocolate. Just to confirm, right? I want to be sure. What are we at now? Number 30. Sorry, I'm not following. Can you give an example? So in this case, to follow means to understand your meaning, right? If I say, I'm not following, I don't understand. What do you mean by that? I'm not following, right? In this case, to follow means to understand, right? Can you give an example? Just to confirm, Sac Nhật Lại. Wow, this is actually helping me learn Vietnamese. Just to confirm, Sac Nhật Lại nhé. Just to confirm. Again, give me an example, right? Cho tôi một ví dụ. Can you give me an example of a food that you like? Right? I'm not sure I'm following. Can you give me an example? Agreeing and disagreeing. So 31, I completely agree with you, right? Everything that you said, I think so too, right? I totally agree. I agree 100%. When you said that pho is delicious, I completely agree with you, right? I do not disagree. 32, that's a great point. So in this case, we could say that this is the point of the pen, but in this case, point means like idea. Yeah, idea. That's a great point. If you said something that I really agree with, right? I completely agree with you. I would say, that's a good point. That thing you said, that's true. I agree with that. You know, if you say, war is terrible because it causes suffering for everybody, I would say, yeah, that's a good point, right? I agree. You are correct. That's a great point. 32, đó là một ý kiến rất hay. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see, 33. Văn Quyền Nguyen says, your Vietnamese is so good. How long have you been in Vietnam? I've been in Vietnam 8 years. Should be good now. Thôi take bài này. That's great. Where are we? 33. You're absolutely right. Right? You're completely correct. I agree with you 100%, right? Absolutely means like the most possible, right? I agree with you completely. You're absolutely right. You're not wrong. Now, let's see. You said something and I understand it, but maybe I don't completely agree with it, right? If you say, coffee with sugar is the best drink because it's both sweet and bitter, I might say, I see your point, but I think that coffee with milk and sugar is even better than that, right? I understand what you're saying, but I have a different idea, right? I see your point, but I think blah, blah, blah. Okay, again, this is another one where we're kind of disagreeing. It's a very polite, very soft way to disagree with someone. I'm not sure I agree with that. Right? So maybe I could agree, but I'm not sure I do agree with it. Maybe I disagree. You know, you said that pho is the best food on earth. I'm not sure I agree with that because I think that chả mực is the best food on earth, right? I'm not sure I agree with what you said. I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just politely saying that maybe you're not completely correct. Anh Thai Ha, I don't know how to say your name, sorry. How old are you? I'm 43 years old, super old. Again, 36 is another way to disagree, right? It's just like 34, basically the same meaning. I understand what you're saying, but, you know, you say, Vietnamese food is the best food on earth because they use so many fresh vegetables and it's clean food. And I would say, I understand what you're saying, but Japan also has really good food, right? I'm not completely disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that, I understand, but I have another idea. I understand what you're saying, but maybe there's a different way to do it. 37. Again, agreeing and disagreeing. That's interesting. I never thought of it that way. So is this agreeing or is this disagreeing? I would say this is mostly agreeing. When I say that's interesting, ý tưởng của bạn rất hay. I never thought of it that way. Tôi chưa suy nghĩ về điều đó như vậy. If you say rau mùi is the best herb because it's good for you and it's flavorful. I've never thought of that before. I would say, oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way. So yeah, I guess it's agreeing. Here we have one that's disagreeing, number 38. I have a different opinion on that. If you say that Coca-Cola is the best soft drink, I would say, I have a different opinion on that. Right? I think that there's a different drink that's even better. It's called Dr. Pepper. I have a different opinion. Opinion is what? Ý tưởng, right? Something like that? No. Opinion. What is opinion? Somebody please tell me in the chat in Vietnamese. I have a different opinion. Oh, ý kiến. Thank you, Vienna. Ý kiến. Ý tưởng is a thought, right? Or idea. Ý kiến. Opinion. Great. Here we go. This one's clearly disagreeing, because disagree is even in the sentence, right? We have to agree to disagree, right? You think that pho is the best food, and I think that chả mực is the best food. And I'm not going to change my mind, and you're not going to change your mind. So we'll have to agree to disagree, right? Actually, I think it's more like, again, this is disagreeing. If you say, the best kind of pho is beef, brisket, right? I would say, actually, I think it's more like tendon pho is better, right? I'm disagreeing. I'm telling you what I think my idea is, right? Actually, I think it's more like blah, blah, blah. All right, here we're in section 5. Gosh, how many sections are there? There must be like 20 or something. Good Lord, what did I get myself into? Oh, there's 10 sections. Okay, so 5, almost halfway through. Maybe I'll get through all of these. I've already been doing this for 30 minutes. Imagine you guys probably went to rest for your lunch break. Although today is Saturday, isn't it? Anyway, apologizing and forgiving. Vân Quyền Nguyễn asks, how about broken rice? Cơm tấm? Oh yeah, it's good. Yummy. It's good stuff. Growing with Deep. Oh, thanks, Deep. I cannot stand my voice. Would like to remind myself of Gottlieb Power. That's a great idea. Okay. Anyway, apologizing, right? To say sorry. You've done something wrong. And forgiving. The person that was wronged says it's okay now, right? So 41, I'm so sorry about that. This is like, kind of like chia buồn, right? If you say, my cat died yesterday, I would say, oh man, I'm so sorry about that. Like, I'm not apologizing for something I did, usually. So sorry about that. I guess I could. If I break your coffee cup, I would say, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. So sorry about what I did. Usually when you say, I'm so sorry about that, you're not the person who's to blame, right? Like I said, your cat died. So I would say, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Number 42, I apologize for the misunderstanding. Right? Misunderstanding is to not understand, right? M-I-S at the beginning of that word, mis, is a Greek word or Latin that means bad. right? So a misunderstanding is like a bad understanding. Hiểu lầm. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of an example of when I would say I apologize for the misunderstanding. If I say, let's meet tomorrow at 2. You say, okay. And then tomorrow at 2 p.m., you come and I'm not there. And I would say, oh, I meant 2 a.m. I meant 2 in the morning. Then I would say, I apologize for the misunderstanding, right? It's not that I was lying. I did not lie. It's just that we understood each other incorrectly, and it's my fault. So I should say, I apologize. I'm sorry, right? The word apologize is actually a Greek word as well. Many words in English come from Greek. tiếng Hy Lạp. And to apologize means, in Greek it means to explain, but in English it means to say sorry. Number 43, that was my mistake. I'll fix it right away. If I'm at the cafe and the woman brings me my coffee and it has sugar in it, I'll say, hey, I didn't want sugar. I want black coffee không đường. And she would say, oh, that was my mistake. I'll fix it right away. I will go get you a cup of coffee with no sugar in it. That was my mistake. I'll fix it right away. I did something wrong, but now I'm going to make it right. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I hope you guys are repeating after me to practice your pronunciation. If you have any feedback for me, like if you want me to speak slower or something, just tell me. I'm also looking to make new friends, so I would love it if you followed me and send me a message trying to improve this channel. Vienya says, tôi sẽ sửa lại ngay. Yep. Anyway, back to number 44. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. That means I did something that caused trouble, right? Maybe if I go to, I'm trying to think of, if I'm at school and I only have one piece of candy and I give one student that piece of candy, the other students are going to be angry. They're going to say, hey, I want candy too. And they're all going to start going crazy. Ah, we want candy, right? Then, I've caused trouble and I didn't want to, right? So I would say to the teacher that's responsible for those students, I would say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause any trouble, right? I wasn't trying to do something bad. I didn't mean to do this. I did it on accident. Oh, Smilo says slow. Yes. I will try to speak slower. Sorry. I have a bad habit. I just start speaking faster and faster and faster and faster. So sometimes I need to be reminded to speak slower. I am Kat says, hi teacher, can you help me learn English, please? Why don't you send me a message? I am Kat, and we could talk about it. Number 45. Please accept my apologies. Please accept my apologies. What is accept? How can you say accept in Vietnamese? Any ideas? Chấp nhận, right? Please accept my apologies, right? I am so sorry. I hope that you will forgive me, right? I do not want you to be angry with me. I don't want you to be sad. So I'll say, I'm sorry. Please accept my apologies. Please understand that I feel bad about what I did. 46. Nicholas, are you teaching English in Vietnam, Sam? Yeah, I am. 46. Don't worry about it. It happens. So is this somebody who is apologizing or forgiving. When I say, don't worry about it, what does that mean? That means I forgive you, right? You have said sorry, so I want to accept your apology. So I will say, don't worry about it. Hey, Sam, I'm sorry I spilled your coffee. Don't worry about it. It happens, right? It happens means like it's normal. Or điều đấy xảy ra và mình phải chấp nhận thôi. Don't worry about it. No problem at all. No problem at all. This is usually when somebody is apologizing for something that's not really a bad thing that they did, right? If I bump into somebody, you're standing here and I'm here and I'll say, oh, I'm sorry. You'll say, not a problem at all. No problem at all. You can say no problem at all also when somebody thanks you, right? Like Superstar just said, thank you, teacher. I could say, no problem at all, right? It means you're welcome, or I forgive you, or comme ça, no problem at all. Number 48, I completely understand. No hard feelings. Right? I completely understand. Simple enough, right? I completely understand. No hard feelings. Hard feelings is like anger, right? I did something wrong, and if you have hard feelings, that means you are angry with me. You look at me and you think, man, Sam, I don't like that guy. I have hard feelings for him, right? I'm angry. But if you accept the apology, or if you forgive someone, you could say, no hard feelings, right? No problem at all. We are still friends. I still like you. No hard feelings. "48, completely understand." Yeah. Sweet. Wait, so 考气, okay, yeah. Hard feelings. 49, let's move forward and forget about it. Right? We had a problem, and I apologized, and you forgave me. So now we can go back to normal life, right? Let's move forward and forget about it. Right? We will not think about that anymore. There will be no more hard feelings. Nobody is angry. Apology has been accepted. Let's just move forward and forget about it. And if I say, oh, I'm so sorry, you say, no problem at all. Let's move forward and forget about it. Now, I'm very grateful, right? I'm glad, I'm happy that you forgave me. You said, no problem at all. So I'm like, whew, she's not angry. She's no hard feelings, right? I would say, thank you for being so understanding, right? Because I did a bad thing and I said, oh, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. And you say, no problem at all. I would say, thank you for being so understanding. Thank you for not having hard feelings. Thank you for forgiving me. Oh, geez, we're just now at the halfway point. Maybe I will go until the live is up to an hour. I don't know if I can do all 100 right now. Getting hot. Superstar says, do you teach in Vietnamese school? Not right now. I am Chang Bang says, why it is not understandable. If I said, thank you for being so understandable, that would mean it's very easy to understand you. When you speak, I understand everything because you're very understandable. But understanding means that you are the one who is understanding the situation. So I would only say understanding. Thank you for being so understanding. Understandable is a word that I don't very seldom use. Ghoul says, hello. Hello, Ghoul. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Talking about work. Section 6. Work. Who wants to do work? I don't want to work. I want to play. Tracy says, hi. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We're talking about work right now, trying to get through 100 sentences that are important to know in English. I work in, there's 3 options here. There's hospitality, like hotels or restaurants or cafes, right? That's hospitality. Or there's sales, where I sell things, and education. I would say, hello, my name is Sam. I work in education because I'm a teacher. Education. Right, so whatever work you do, I work in hospitality, I work at a restaurant. I work in hospitality at a cafe, right? Or a hotel. Hotel is also hospitality. Oh, old lady works at Viet Duc Hospital. Very good. Number 52, I'm responsible for. So what am I responsible for? If I work in education, so I'm responsible for teaching people. I'm responsible for helping students understand. Huang Sun says hello, or Home Sun says hello. Hi, Home Sun, welcome. Thank you for coming. Responsible. What is responsible in Vietnamese? Trách nhiệm, something like that. Some Chinese person says hello. Hello, person from China. Thank you and welcome. Old lady's responsible for marketing. Cool. Có trách nhiệm. Thank you, Taipan. Chịu trách nhiệm. Cool. You guys are helping me a lot. I hope I'm helping you guys. Number 53, my job involves a lot of. What does your job involve a lot of? Right? Since I work in education as a teacher, my job involves a lot of talking. My job involves a lot of speaking. Hiu Huang says, hello, Mr. Sam. Hello, Hiu Huang. Welcome. Thank you for coming. My job involves a lot of thinking. So today I have a meeting at 2 o'clock, right? Một cuộc hẹn. Old lady says, my job involves a lot of traveling. Ooh, cool. So whatever time you have a meeting, you say, I have a meeting at 3 o'clock. Notice when I say meeting, the T is very soft. I do not say, I have a meeting. You could say that, but I say, I have a meeting. Almost like a D, duh. I have a meeting. I have a meeting at 7 o'clock. I have a meeting at 7 o'clock. So, you're busy, I'm busy, we're both professionals, and I need to talk to you. And I want to set up a meeting with you, a meeting. I say, can we schedule a time to talk? That lịch, right? Can we schedule a time to talk? When are you free? Do you have time at 4 o'clock? Can we schedule a time to talk? Can we schedule a meeting? Right? I would like to meet with you. Can we schedule a time to talk? And you say, yes, Sam. I'm free at 5 o'clock. I say, okay, great. I'll send you an email about that. Right? I'm going to send you an email so that you remember, or so that you have more information. I'll send you an email about that. Or I'll shoot you an email. I'll shoot you an email. I'll send you an email. Nguyen Nhan says, hello teacher. Hello Nguyen Nhan, welcome. Thank you for coming. The deadline. How do you say deadline in Vietnamese? Or your language, whatever it is. The deadline is the latest point in time when you can do something, right? If I say, you know, this is your homework. Đây là bài tập về nhà. You have to give this to me before Tuesday, right? The deadline is Tuesday. You cannot give it to me after that. You can give it to me before that, but the deadline for this is January 1st, whenever. Geez, that's a long name. Tak Om Zeten Chien says, how can I speak at length, Sam? Please send me a private message and I'll help you with that. I have some ideas. Smilo says, is Tuesday or on Tuesday? The deadline for this is on Tuesday. The deadline for this is Tuesday. Deadline is on Tuesday. I would just say Tuesday, not on. The deadline for this is Tuesday. Good question. Number 58, we're still talking about work. Let me follow up with you on that. Let me follow up with you on that. Right? We talked about something, but we need to talk about it again later. So let me follow up with you. And follow up basically means to talk more about it so that we understand or we see the progress. Right? Let me follow up with you on that. Let me follow up with you on that. Let me follow up with you on that. There's a doozy of a sentence. On that later, again, yes. Okay, so your boss last week said, I want you to write me a report. I want you to write me a report. Your boss says this to you last week. And this week, your boss comes to you and he says, could you give me an update on the report? Right? He wants to know what's new with it. What's the progress? Right? Can you give me an update on that? Right? Sometimes I go online and I get an update on the war in Iran because I want to know what is new. Right? I want the update. I don't live stream every day, but I'm probably going to start. This is my first live stream, so if you liked it, please like it. All right, we're almost finished with talking about work. Number 60, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Superstar asks, do you in Vietnam? You should say, are you in Vietnam? Yes, I am in Vietnam. Or you could say, do you live in Vietnam? Yes, I do live in Vietnam. Do you speak Vietnamese? Yes, I speak Vietnamese. Anyway, 60. Sao mươi. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Right? My boss says, hey, Sam, what's the update on the project? I'll say, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Means I will tell you later. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Oh, Rosie, thanks. I am a teacher. I'm glad you like my teaching. So where are we now? Shopping and services. Do you guys like shopping? At least it's not work. Okay, so shopping, buying things, and services. So when you shop for things like products, it's like hard things. This is a product, but a service is something you do for somebody else, like cleaning or cooking. So number 61, how much does this cost? What is the price of this, right? How much does this cost? If you live in Vietnam, you must know how to say this in Vietnamese, you know? Em ơi, cái này bao nhiêu tiền? Right? How much does this cost? What is the price? How much money do I need to pay to you to get this thing? How much does this cost? Notice the word this, the. It's a soft, it's not this, it's this. Notice my tongue, I'm licking my teeth. Phải liếm răng ở trên. The, this, these, the. How much does this cost? This costs $50, says old lady. All right. Do you have this in a different size or color? Right? So I say, I like this hat, but do you have it in a different size? This one is too small. Do you have this in a different size? Do you have this in a different color? I like this hat, but I don't like the color. Do you have this in a different color? Superstar asks, where are you from? I am from the United States, America. Meeting. Okay, 63. Let's say that I'm in a store. I'm in Vincom or whatever, and a nhân viên comes to me and they say, hi, can I help you? I would say, I'm just looking, thank you. I don't need help right now. I'm just looking. I only want to see what products you have here, right? I'm just looking, thank you. Thực sự có nghĩa là cút đi, go away, right? I'm just looking, thank you. Okay, now, old lady says, anh nói giọng miền Bắc. Yeah, that's right. I learned to speak Vietnamese when I was in Hanoi. So yeah, forgive the accent. Dayton Cass says, I have to go back to work now. See you next lesson. Thank you. Thank you. Blue Rose says, what's different about the words of difference and different? Difference is a noun, a danh từ, and different is an adjective, tính từ. Mangkut says, so fast to remember. Oh, sorry, Mangkut. If you send me a message, I will send this document to you if you want it. Anyway, can I try this on? I'll say, I'm in the store, and I say, I like this shirt. Can I try this on? Can I try this on? To see if it fits me, right? Tôi không biết liệu nó có vừa. So, tôi muốn mặc thử. Can I try this on? Can I please try this on? Can I try this hat on? I like it. Thank you for letting me try it on. So, I'd like to return this, please. So, yesterday, I bought this hat, but I don't like it. So I go back to the store and I say, I'd like to return this, please. I want to give you the hat back, and I want you to give me my money back. I'd like to return this, please. I would like to return this, please. Blue Rose asks, different is adjective. Yes, it is different. An adjective. Tính từ. Tiffany Chan says, do you live in Ho Chi Minh City? No, I live on the coast. Nick TikTok Top says, oh my God, you talk Vietnamese so good. Not really great. Van Tang says, what time of day or week do you live stream? This is my first live stream, so I don't know yet. Blue Rose says, I would or I had like. Sorry, I don't quite understand your question, Rose. Anyway, okay, number 66. Do you accept credit cards? I'm at the store and I say, oh, I'm sorry, I have no money. Tôi không có tiền bạc. Tiền mặt. I'll say, do you accept credit cards? Cha-ching, right? This is a credit card. Tap. Do you accept credit cards like Visa or MasterCard? Do you accept credit cards? 67. Is there a discount available? Right? If I want to buy this, it's very expensive. I want to ask, is there a discount available? Right? I want to pay less money. Is there a discount? I hope so. Okay, so Miss Rose says, I'm at number 65. I'd like to return this, please. It's would. I would like to return this, please. I would like to return this, please. Let's see. Nghe Chuyện Chữ says, in American English, is the T sound always pronounced D? No. But usually when the T is inside the word, it is soft. Right? If it's at the beginning or the end of the word, it's usually more like a T, t. Chan Chan says, anh có mở lớp giao tiếp không? Anh định mở lớp nhưng mà chưa có. Number 68. Where is the nearest? Right? I need something. Maybe I need to go to the bathroom, right? Where is the nearest bathroom? Or maybe I want coffee, right? Where is the nearest cafe? Where is the nearest Winmart? Where is the nearest park? Right? I just need something that is close, right? Near and close, basically the same thing. Yeah, supermarket. Chen Lei Household says, tiếng Anh giao, I assume GT means giao tiếp, dễ không anh? Dễ cho tôi bởi vì tôi là người Mỹ. 69. What time do you close? Right? This is a cafe, and you work here. I want to know, when do you close? Do you close at 9 p.m.? Do you close at midnight? What time do you close? And then tomorrow, what time do you open? Right? Mở cửa, đóng cửa. Đơn giản thôi, đúng không? What time do you close? All right, so now I need a receipt, right? I just bought this, and I want a little piece of paper that proves that I bought it and how much money. Hóa đơn. And hey, excuse me, can I get a receipt, please? I need a bill. Bill, receipt, pretty much same. Can I get a receipt, please? Receipt. 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 Can I get a receipt? Okay, wow, maybe get through all 100 of these. Maybe. Already been doing this for an hour. Socializing and small talk. Socializing, right? Buon zile, right? Not really. Being social, right? Talking with friends. Let's see, let me go to the group chat. Quinn Pham says, thanks, Sam. You're welcome, thank you. Danny says, how long did you learn Vietnamese? I've been learning Vietnamese for 8 years. Emmanuel says, I appreciate you, thank you. Oh, I'm okay at Vietnamese. I'm glad you're finding this useful. Okay, socializing and small talk. Small talk is like simple conversation. What do you like to do in your free time? Right? When you are not at school and not at work, what do you like to do? What do you like to do in your free time? Do you like to listen to music? Do you like to do sports? Right? When you are free, what do you like to do? What do you like to do in your free time? 72. So this question assumes that we are at a restaurant, maybe, right? So we're sitting at a restaurant and I say, have you tried the food here? It's amazing, right? So I've eaten here and I like the food here. And I brought you here. So I say to you, have you tried the food here? It's amazing, right? It's delicious. The food is very good, very, very good. It's amazing. All right, what do we have here? I heard the weather is going to be great this weekend, right? We are not going to have bad weather because I heard the weather is going to be great. Somebody told me the weather is going to be great this weekend. Right? Or maybe I read online, Google Weather says the weather is going to be great. I heard the weather is going to be great this weekend. What is weekend? Saturday and Sunday, right? Weekend. Weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I heard the weather is going to be great. If I meet you on the street and, I might say, are you from around here, right? Are you from near here? Are you from around here? Are you a person who grew up here or was maybe born here? I'm going to go a little bit faster. How was your weekend? So maybe today is Monday, and I want to know what the last 2 days were like. What was Saturday and Sunday like for you? How was your weekend? Was it good? Was it boring? Was it bad? How was your weekend? So he says, where do you live, teacher? I live on the coast in Vietnam, in Thanh Hoa province. Number 76. I've been really busy lately, right? I have a lot of work. I have a job. I have schoolwork. I've been really busy lately. Lately, I've been very busy. That's so funny. I know exactly what you mean. So maybe you are complaining that it's really, I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe you say, the coffee is not good here. Maybe I'll say, I know, that's so funny. I know exactly what you mean, right? I understand you. I know what you're talking about. Okay, let's say we meet. I say, hello, my name is Sam. And you say, hello, my name is Jack. And we talk, and I like you, right? I want to hang out. I want to go to a cafe with you. I want to go talk with you, right? I say, we should hang out sometime, right? We should be friends. We should hang out because I like you, and I think we would have fun going to coffee together. Kelvin Malenga says, is Sunday not the first day of the week? That depends on who you ask. I guess it kind of is, but it's definitely the weekend also. All right, do you have any recommendations for good restaurants? Right? I'm hungry, I want to eat, and I want to eat something delicious, but I don't know where to go. I would say to you, do you have any recommendations for good restaurants? Do you have any good recommendations for good restaurants? Right? I want to eat something good. Smilo says, restaurant, word so hard to pronounce. Try just putting it in two pieces. Restaurant. Restaurant. Strunt. Restaurant. 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 All right, so almost finished with socializing. It was really nice talking to you, right? I enjoyed talking to you. I had fun when I was talking to you. So I would say it was really nice talking with you, or to you. Really nice talking to you. Or 80. Boy, I should have not made such a long list. This is too much to do at one go, but gosh, I've only got 20 left. I kind of want to finish. Anyway, expressing feelings and opinions. I feel really confident about this, right? I'm sure about this. I feel really confident about this. Confident in tự tin, right? Maybe I should stop using so much Vietnamese. There are a lot of non-Vietnamese people here. I feel really confident about this, right? I'm sure that I can do this. If I say, I'm really confident about cooking. I'm good at cooking. I feel really confident about it. I trust myself. Number 82, honestly, I'm a little nervous, right? This person is not confident. They're almost like scared, right? Say, honestly, I'm a little nervous. You know, if you say, you know, you need to swim very far, can you do that? I would say, honestly, I'm a little nervous. I don't feel good about it. I'm really excited about dinner because I'm hungry. Right? I'm really excited about it. I'm happy about it. Again, the opposite, that makes me uncomfortable. Right? I am not comfortable. khó chịu. That makes me uncomfortable. If you yell at me, I could say that makes me uncomfortable. 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 That makes me uncomfortable. 85. I think it's a really good idea. That thing you said, I agree with it. I think that's a really good idea. In my opinion, the best option is, so there are many different things we can do, but there's one that I think is the best. So I would say, in my opinion, according to what I think, the best option is to eat at that restaurant. And here we go. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. You know, right now, I don't know if I'm happy about that or if I like it that. Right? I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. Number 88, that really surprised me. That thing that happened, I did not think that was going to happen. It really surprised me. The word surprised, you don't really say the R. You don't say surprised. Surprised. Surprise. Surprise. Surprise! That really surprised me. 89, I'm very happy with how things turned out. Right? Everything went very well. It was a good thing. I'm very happy with how things turned out. I appreciate is like saying thank you. I feel grateful, right? I appreciate you sharing that with me. Appreciate. Appreciate. So appreciate has 4 parts. Appreciate. I appreciate you sharing that with me. It's like saying, I thank you for telling me. You know, when you share with me, it means you like tell me something. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Oh, the end, finally. Wow, this was I didn't think about how much I would have to talk in order to cover 100 of these. I'm starting to lose my throat's starting to hurt. Let's see. Tam Nguyễn says, thầy có thể nào nói một câu tiếng Anh và dịch sang tiếng Việt cho em hiểu với? Well, I'll use a little bit of Vietnamese. Thầy sẽ dùng một chút tiếng Việt, nhưng mà có rất nhiều người không phải người Việt Nam ở đây. So I don't want to speak too much Vietnamese, you know. Lynn says, do you teach online? Yes, message me please. Anyway, part 10, 91. I need help, please. Simple enough, right? There's something wrong. I have a problem. I need help, please. 92. Uh-oh, can you call a doctor? Right? I'm sick. I've been hurt. Can you call a doctor? Or maybe there's criminals in my house, you know, and I need police. Can you call the police? Can you please call the police? Ooh, all right. Al-An-Nur Al-Huda says, what's your nationality? I'm Iraqi. Nice to meet you. I am from the United States. So 93. I think there's been a mistake. Right? Something's wrong. If I go to the cafe and I say, bring me a cup of coffee, and they bring me tea, I'll say, I think there's been a mistake. Something's wrong. Let's see here. Something isn't working. Can you help me fix it? Say with my phone, something isn't working. Can you help me fix it? Please help me fix my phone. Something isn't working. Uh-oh, I lost my phone. I lost my wallet. Here's a wallet. I lost my wallet. Do you know where it is? I lost my phone. I lost my passport. I don't have my passport here right now. Is there a manager I can speak with? Right? So the normal employee at the restaurant or the store, they cannot help me fix my problem. So I will say, is there a manager I can speak with? Is there a manager I can speak with? I need a manager. Let me speak with him. Huyen Ang says, are you in Vietnam now? Yes. Lin says, can you check my English lever so I know where I need to start? Yes, Lin, please send me a message. 97. Okay, so again, I'm at the cafe. I say, I would like coffee, but they bring me tea. I say, this isn't what I ordered. This isn't what I ordered. Excuse me, this isn't what I ordered. I ordered coffee. This is tea. This isn't what I ordered. 3 more to go. Okay, I'm sick. I need medicine. I don't feel well. Is there a pharmacy nearby? Right? I need medicine. I need somebody to help me with my health. I need a pharmacy. Right? I don't feel well. Is there a pharmacy nearby? Mi'inyan Dilak says, what else do you do besides being an English teacher? Well, I've done many things. I've worked as a chef, as a fisherman, all kinds of shit. Check out my shared videos and you can see some of the different work that I've done in my shared videos, that is. Okay, so I want to go to a cafe. I know the name of the cafe, but I don't know where it is. Can you give me directions to the cafe? Can you tell me what road to go on? Can you give me directions? Please give me directions, right? You can say, go straight and turn left. Please give me directions. Let's see. Zai Nha Chang. Oh, you're in Nha Chang. Me too. Says, excuse me, sir, your accent is UK or US. My accent is US. Kolak Bo Tieng Ang Banana Kid says, where are you living? I live in Nha Trang. Hamzy69 says, please start again. I need to take a screenshot. Sorry, I can't start again. This took me over an hour to get this far. But if you message me, I will happily send you this document for free. 100. Woohoo! The last one. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. You helped me, and I feel very good about that. So thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. And that's it. That's my 100 important English sentences to know for today. if you enjoyed this live stream, please follow me, like it, and send me a message if you like. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you next time. I'll try to do more live streams in the future. Thank you so much for your help. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Anyone who wants this document, oh, you know what would be easier is if you downloaded it for free at the link in my bio. This document can download it for free using the link in my bio. I do not have a YouTube channel that I've really developed yet. Oh, Blue Rose is from Indonesia. Cool. BDS Vinbian says, thank you for your lecture. Thank you so much. Thank you for following me. I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope to see you again. Thanks so much. Do I have a fan? I don't think I have a fan club. I don't even know how to make a fan club. But anyway, goodbye, everybody. I think you're super awesome. And we'll see you again. I don't even know how to end a live. This is the first time I've ever lived. I don't even know how to stop living. Yeah, goodbye. End live. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yo, what's up?